Wherever you have ninth house placements, you are definitely going to be teaching people lessons. It can be that way for like your energy, Sagittarius, but I feel like the ninth house is where you are going to be teaching people lessons. If you have Sagittarius, obviously this is your reading, Sag, but if you have Sagittarius in a specific house, I feel like you're more so going to be the student in that house. Whereas if, let's say, you have, I don't know, Scorpio in the ninth house, which you rule the ninth house, I feel like you're actually going to be doing the teaching. So it reminds me of Taurus energy with the Hierophant card, because the Hierophant I always look at as Taurus and Sagittarius, because there's a student, there's students, and there's a teacher in that card alone. And so I feel like, there has to, for me, I have to differentiate the two. I have to teach people the difference. Because I have a lot of ninth house placements, and this is not about me, but that's really what came to mind as I was getting ready for your reading, Sagittarius. All right. So if you have Sagittarius energy in a house, you're more than likely the student in that house. Now, if you have a sign in the house that you rule, which is the ninth house, you're more than likely the teacher of that very house. Oh, I love astrology. And I'm not shocked, because I think Scorpio had, or maybe it was Libra had Vedic astrology, the card came out, and then learn and or teach astrology came out, the cards. So I don't know, I just have to voice that right now before I forget. But if you guys are interested in your extended readings, that'll be available on YouTube members. The link will be in the description box below. So let's go ahead and get a crow call for Sag. No. Some of y'all watching, you have ninth house placements. Others of you have Sagittarius placements. They are similar, but it's a little different, like I just kind of described. Okay, so I was getting spiritual assassins and Scorpio's energy, and kind of like receiving some new assignment. But that also kind of explains like someone who's learning a lesson as well, but you're moving on to your next assignment, your next target, which is interesting. But anywho, Sagittarius. Yeah. Yeah, I'm also hearing like, it's kind of like you don't care whether somebody knows the truth or not. I'm hearing it just like that in my mind. It's kind of like people are missing out, but you don't care that they're missing out, because it's kind of like more power to you. If knowledge is power, it's like more power to you. Like, I'm not sure your energy, you guys are the know-it-alls, or whatever the case is, but it's almost like a vibe where it's kind of giving like maybe Scorpio or maybe Pisces energy. And it also has to have Cancerian energy. You're ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter's exalted in Cancer, and Cancer was entering into their villain era. I just feel like your energy doesn't really feel like explaining itself anymore, or caring that people know the truth anymore. I'm not going to say you guys are dogmatic, but it's like you care that people have the knowledge. You want people to know what you know. You're not okay with people staying at a Gemini surface level energy with their little ideas that other people are just regurgitating. It's the same BS over and over and over again. Nothing is original. Aquarius energy. I feel like your energy feels like Cancer, where you no longer care about people knowing what you know. And that in itself is a lesson. So it just depends. If you're that Sagittarius and you have Sagittarius in a specific house, you don't care, like whatever you're learning in that house or whatever you're learning in life, you don't care to spread that knowledge or to tell people about this new information to help them expand their mind. Knowledge is power. You don't care to give people power anymore. And then if you guys have this ninth house energy, you're the teacher of this knowledge, right? I don't think you guys care who shows up to class or not anymore. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting, yo. Yeah, that's kind of how it feels. Now, look, Justice is coming out reverse. So back to Libra. This is Libra energy. It's the title of Libra's reading was Another Job Well Done. You understood the assignment. They are mad. Don't believe me? Just watch. That's the whole point. It's like I'm saying all of these things. It's in alignment, but people still don't want to believe the truth. And that's why energetically, I feel like some of you are no longer like, yo, it's not important for people to know the truth anymore. And for others of you, it's not important to you that people show up to learn the truth anymore. So it's a difference. You don't care for people to know the truth, and you don't care to teach the truth. And for people who don't want to show up to class. Look at this. My handwriting is bubbly, but I just don't believe me. Just watch Libra. I can't even read it that way, but Libra, another job well done. You understood the assignment, and they're mad. So you got people here who are mad that they didn't understand or do the assignment. They're not understanding life. They're not trying to seek truth, knowledge. They want to listen to surface level Gemini bullshit. And Gemini's reading was, you can run, but you can't hide. They're trying to avoid their judgment. This is an energy of people who do not want to know better because it would require them to do better. That in and of itself is judgment. When you know better, which is Sagittarius energy, you have to do better. People are avoiding judgment because they don't want to do better. And so they stay at a Gemini level. They stay with their little ideas. They stay with their superficial and information. They don't expand upon them. They don't seek more information or more truth or anything that's in depth, because again, that in-depth energy comes after Scorpio. Where you come after Scorpio, but to get to your energy, you got to go through Scorpio, which is where we go in depth to get the higher understanding and information. People don't want to do that at all. Oh, I feel your energy strong, Sag. Oh, I love it here. But these people don't. But you don't care anymore. So what does this mean? It's kind of like you're no longer giving out free game. You're not giving out free game. And even in Libra's reading, I mentioned in the part 2 version on YouTube members, I was saying how something about your prices have gone up. Your energy, your value, your purpose has gone up. And so now it's like you're not even making the information available to people easily or accessible or free for that matter, because they don't care. So now it's just like, well, it's a damned if I do, damned if you don't, which explains that 2 of Pentacles that was coming out in Scorpio's reading as well. You see how I don't need any cards to understand what's going on in the energy? And so now it's like, well, they wasn't trying to show up to class when the prices, when it's like college. These people weren't trying to show up to class when college was free, so we might as well go ahead and put a tuition on it, because what does it matter? They wasn't showing up when it was free, so let's go ahead and put a price on it. It's not going to matter. And that's the whole point. People don't appreciate what is free. They don't appreciate, they just don't. They don't appreciate it. They don't value it. They don't appreciate, they just don't. And you guys, I feel like some of you, like I said, if you have Sagittarius energy in a specific house, you're learning that. It just depends on what house your energy is in. You're learning that about this house, about this energy. Others of you, where you're in the 9th house, you're teaching. You know this now, right? It's oh my God, I love knowledge, man. I love your energy, Sag. Yeah, we have the 2 of Swords. Look at this. That's them people. Ignorant, oblivious, blind. I think I was picking up on glasses before in someone else's reading, but this is them. Confused. Don't see that they're injustice in the reverse energy. Missing assignments, missing life assignments, missing the purpose of life, because they're too busy trying to avoid doing better. They don't want to know. It's like people think as long as they don't know, they can't be held responsible. That is a lie. But they're going to continue to tell themselves that. Wow. Like when I used to work for in banking, people will call in because they got fees on their account and they love to use, well, I didn't know. I didn't know, da 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 da, and they thought them not knowing was going to excuse them from being held accountable. They thought not knowing was going to excuse them from getting that fee, from getting their credit cards turned off because they didn't know they needed to pay the bill. You know, this is that type of energy. People who think that because they don't know, it's going to excuse them from the consequences, and that's never the case at all. And that's why they're mad. Yeah, we have the Seven of Pentacles coming out in the reverse.